Hey Mochismo Eugene, welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Please like, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Pass it along if you believe someone else will benefit from it. I'd appreciate that. I had commented on a video my bro had made today, I believe, and someone had said they commented to his video and said that their partner, I'm assuming it's, he said she told me I should stop watching those videos, and this was the mate of the guy that's probably waking up to himself. He's very inquisitive, or he's finding this information very intriguing, and she is panicking that he is going to possibly find out that she may be in fact a narcissist. And so I replied to him the acronym GOSO, and I'm sure you guys have probably heard that acronym GOSO. That's Get Out, Stay Out. And I picked up on that acronym when I first woke up and I began to watch certain content creators, and I think it was a female. I can't think of her channel, but a lot of channels that I don't frequently watch anymore, just because I'm busy and I'm doing this right here, and Family Guy, whatever. But at first I had a whole bunch of channels, is my point. So she said go, so get out and stay out. And I told him, I replied to this guy and I said get out, stay out. And I also emphasized to him she believes you're waking up to yourself. Don't eat or drink anything that's not that is opened and that you didn't open freshly yourself. And I said, don't panic. There's nothing to panic about. Move in silence. And I stand on that. And that's not something most people would say you should tell somebody, but I'm here to tell you, because these individuals, if you're living in a house with them and say you don't know that they're narcissists, but you're pretty much believing that a lot of their behavior is leaning towards that way, and like this gentleman, you're watching things and you're reading things that is related to narcissistic personality disorder or personality disorders of any kind, and your mate begins to try to dissuade you or persuade you to stop, tell you things like you're crazy, you're out of your mind, I don't know why you waste your time with that stuff. These are just cues that this person is unable to face these type of things in which interest you for one reason or another. Either they are the very thing that you're investigating, or they are afraid that there some of these behaviors they have. And so you have to consider this person pretty much an arch enemy, because at this point, when they realize that you have any kind of inkling that this stuff is making sense and you're putting these pieces together, they are going to panic. And they may take drastic measures. I'll take, for example, when I woke up in 2020, actually in the 19 into going into 20, and the individual was out of my house before they shut the country down completely. Thank God she was out of here, because I don't even know how that would have ended. It probably would have had a different outcome. Me being awakened and knowing what this individual was. But my bigger point is, I began to stop eating anything out of the refrigerator. And what this individual began to do, and they already knew I knew what they were, because I reached out to their brother and I told him verbatim. I let him saw a video. I think it was a video by Carmen Bryant, Dr. Carmen Bryant. I just let him listen. And to which he tried to deny, I don't see that in her, blah, blah, blah. And I knew that, but was a whole ruse for me to try to flush her out of my house, and it worked. So my point is, I knew the jig was up. All this stuff was on the table. All the cards was on the table. So now, still living in this house with this individual, I had to be mindful of what I ate, drank, and everything. And even my children, when they were here, the few moments and few days that they did stay here, I think I told them to stay with their mom for upwards of 2 weeks straight while I exterminate the house of the narcissist. And so I would come home and I would look in the refrigerator before I went to bed to possibly get something to drink out of the refrigerator. And I would notice in a cellophane wrapped, a plate with cellophane, I guess that's what you call it, plastic wrap, over some food. And it's my guess that that was supposed to be my food to eat. This narcissist was still making food on this robotic cycle as she did before I discovered she was a narcissist. And looking back, before I discovered she was a narcissist, when she was devaluing me and there was a lot of hostility, and not really hostility, but there was a lot of subtle friction. There was a divide. It doesn't have to be severe, because what they do, they kill you with the silent treatment. So there's a divide in a relationship. And so I want to believe that she went on to actually probably do stuff to the food even then. Because I told you guys about the time I fell ill, and I don't even know how I fell ill and why. And it just came over me, had the chills. I was bedridden. She asked me as she was going out to a Walmart pickup, I'm going out to a Walmart pickup, do you need anything? And I asked her to bring me this, that, and the other, and 2 hours or more, whoever knows, she comes back, and I mustered a little bit of strength, like, did you bring this stuff? She's like, oh, I forgot it. You want me to go back? How do you forget your husband or your wife's medicine when you just left them in the bed sick as a dog? That's at the forefront of your mind. But they don't care about you in the way that you think. That's why it's imperative that you get the hell away from them. Once you know what you know and you surmise, even if you surmise that they could be a narcissist, based on a lot of the behaviors that they've demonstrated, get distance between you. And when they, depending on how they react and respond to you bouncing, that's even more indicators that you know you made the right decision, depending on how they accept you getting that space. Because when you get that space between you and them, that's when you will really see that mask slip. It'll fall. It'll fall right to the ground. They'll start calling you names that you can't even find in the dictionary. So, yeah, I emphasize, don't eat or drink anything that this individual prepares, makes for you. And if there's a pot of food that's been made ahead of time for 3 or 4 days to take to lunch, don't take it. Just get in your car, go to work. If you don't got the money, borrow some money from someone you believe you can get some money from until payday, and eat out of the vending machine. That's garbage too, but take a chance on the vending machine. Your chances are greater. And so this is how serious this is, guys. We laugh a little bit on here because, nothing should be taken so serious to the point where you just don't have you don't take time to just, laugh and smile and just utilize the emotions in which God has bestowed in you. You can't be super serious all the time. You have to have joy about life, because these people will have you so sidetracked about how they move and what they do to the point where it will just bring you so down. But we're here to be the beacon. We're here to be the watchdogs, the gatekeepers, whatever you want to call it. We're here because we care enough, not only about ourselves and what God did for us and waking us up out of this. We care enough to know that it is our duty. It is our duty as we know it, to know what we can do to help somebody understand what they're dealing with and living with, and not tell them. That's a disservice to ourselves, and we won't do that. And so that is why I do it. And I know a lot of the people that I follow here, they're in this for the same reasons. So don't eat or drink anything that these people prepare for you, because it could be very, very detrimental to you. That being said, bless.